Alrighty, you guys, Evolve Wellness team call for August 2nd. I know this is a bit of a different format, but I think you guys are still going to get the gist of what I'm trying to get across, and then we can touch base next week and have a question and answers type of event to see if you guys need a bit extra support as we head into the third and fourth quarter of 2018. I do have a lot of information for you today. Grab a pen and paper if you want so that you can take a few notes. Again, I'm open to any questions at the end. You can comment below in the link. You can send me an inbox, or we can all get together and have another Zoom chat. These summer months are making it a bit difficult, but that doesn't mean that I'm not willing to be there for you guys. And that is one of the best parts about coaching, is that it's flexible. You can do it in pockets of time throughout your day. You don't have to be on somebody else's schedule, and it's for what works. So when extra plans come up in the middle of summer, you tend to jump on them and say yes, because flexibility in our coaching careers allow us to do that. So I appreciate your understanding, and let's jump in. I wanted to start a bit with the 4 vital behaviors. Let's back up a little bit. Let's talk about where we all need to maintain to really advance our businesses. Whether you're just starting new as a coach or it's something that you've been at for a while now, we all need to stay in what we call phase 1. And what phase 1 is the 4 vital behaviors. That's be a product of the product, invite, recognize, and personal development. And I'm going to jump into those a little bit more, but I do want to talk about the fact that this is your journey. This is your story, and it's your brand. So you're not all about Beachbody. Beachbody is the product or the lifestyle that we use to help us create a healthy and active lifestyle. It doesn't mean that Beachbody is you. So when it comes to your social media, share everything and anything that you want to. Don't just limit yourself to your workouts or your shake, and don't brand yourself with Beachbody, because you're not Beachbody. You are much more than that. So we will talk about branding a little bit later, but do make sure that you just post about life, get people engaged, enjoy the positivity of your social media. If your social media is not a positive place, then I encourage you to unfollow or unfriend, or do what you need to do, refollow or follow different people, different pages that light you up, that bring excitement and positivity into your life. Do not continue to follow negative mindset type people or negative groups, because it just wears on you, and it makes the stress just increase so much more. So when we're talking about 4 vital behaviors, product of the product, we know mostly what that means. That means you need to be committed to a workout program. My very best results, as well as my very best coaching months, come from when I'm committed and I share my story openly and honestly. Does that mean that I'm perfect? Absolutely not. People actually relate more to progress, not perfection. So don't think that everything you put up there needs to be absolutely 100%, because we're not 100%, and you don't want to portray something that you're not. So just make sure, though, that you're using the products that you're encouraging other people to use, such as the workouts, such as Shakeology. You need to be a believer and educated in why Shakeology is not just a protein shake, in why Shakeology is a class of all of its own. Brittany asked me today to talk a little bit about what do you do with a Shakeology objection. You need to be educated in it, okay? There's lots of good videos out there by Beachbody on YouTube that you can use. I have a few of my favorites, and once I'm done here, I'm going to be cutting and pasting them into a file onto the Evolve Wellness page, so that you guys can pick and choose which videos you like, that you want to pass on to your clientele, and that you can help to educate people. Many of the times I am already having a conversation with somebody, maybe about the workouts or about the nutrition portion, and as soon as you mention Shakeology or a daily shake, they get skeptic and they just back right off. And the reason they do that is because they have a sour taste in their mouth. They've either not a fan of protein shakes because they're disgusting, right? We all know that. Or they maybe have heard of Shakeology before, but somebody who, just mixed it with a fork and water is like, that's the most disgusting thing I've ever had in my life. And they give that that opinion onto somebody else. So it's important that you talk honestly and openly, as well as establishing a relationship with them and trust with them so they understand what you're talking about. But it's even more important that you educate them honestly and openly, but educate them with proper stuff. So go ahead and use these videos to make it short and easy, and just remind them that it is a nutrient dense supplement. That is the key phrase. Nutrient dense supplement. Do they take vitamins? Do they take minerals? Are they having gut issues? Ask them where they struggle with nutrition and health and wellness, and you will easily be able to relate Shakeology back to their lifestyle. Are they a busy mom? Do they need quick nutrition on the go? Do they work shift work? Do you need to be able to balance it? Do you need a meal as you're running out of the house? Do you love ice cream? Do you love milkshakes? Are you an ice cap fanatic? Are you feeling tired all the time? Is your skin in rough shape? Does your digestive system bother you? Find out what's wrong. Find their pain point is what they call it. Ask them questions. Find out where they are struggling, and then relate what we have back to them. So I will help with that. The last thing with Shakeology is always remind them that it's a 30-day money-back guarantee. That is usually my last resort when they're really resistant to it. I mentioned that. I've only had one person send it back because it does cost them the shipping, but remind them that I am so sure that you will fall in love with this shake, that there is a 30-day money-back guarantee, and I will help you send it back if you do not fall in love with it. But do remind them that it takes 7 to 10 days to notice any kind of a difference with Shakeology. You're not going to have one single shake, and that they need to use a blender and they need to follow the recipe to get the greatest out of it and to really enjoy it. So that is being a product of the product. I guess in addition to that is if you're going to talk about energize, hydrate, power greens, focused energy, make sure that you know about these products and that you understand them. And I love them, so I talk about them all the time. All natural supplements that are tested, researched, and proven to be effective. That is what I enjoy putting into my body. Invite, invite, invite. This can be the scariest thing for all coaches, including myself, okay? The best way that I go about my inviting is that I am continuously adding to my network. I think that this invite step should actually be adding to your network, because you need to continually add people to show up so that they are watching your journey, because it takes a long time. Many of you watched me for a long time before you got started. So you need to have new people into your network so that you can better show them that you are consistent and build trust. How I add people to my network is multiple different ways. One is just the friends thing on the side that says people you may know. I make sure that they have 2 or more and that they look like somebody that I would like to have as part of my team or part of my fit community. Or I actually love, my favorite way these days is finding a post that I relate with. It could be about a diet. It could be about exercise. It could be about acreage living. It could be about positivity. It could be about nutrition. It could be about anything. And underneath there's people commenting like, way to go, congratulations, good for you, I love that thing, or I love that thing. And if I relate to them and they look like a cool person, I like and or comment on what they have put under that post, and then I add them as a friend. It seems to me like 90% of the time they add me back because they can see that I'm a human and not a robot, and that I'm actually a nice person. And if you have a bright, beautiful cover photo and a bright, beautiful profile photo, and they can see that you're smiling and happy and radiate positivity, as well as your page is not spammed with Beachbody, because you bet before they add you, they're going to scroll through your page to make sure A, you're showing up and that you're a normal person, and B, that you're not trying to sell them something, because there are too many multi-level marketers out there that are just pushing products on people. So make sure that that's your brand, right? Not just Beachbody. And they're going to look through, they're going to see that you're an awesome person and that they want to be friends with you, and they're going to add you back. That is my favorite way to add to my network on Facebook. My favorite way to add to my network on Instagram is by searching hashtags. You search hashtags the same way that you build your brand, okay? By building your brand, the best thing that you can do is write down 10 things that are uniquely you, 10 things that you're passionate about. For me, it's baseball, ringette, acreage living, camping, nursing, That's 5 right there. I love fat turned fit type thing, right? I love weight loss journeys. That is my story. That is something that I have done, right? So find those 10 things and hashtag them. So one of my hashtags is Acreage Life. I can search that and I can look through to find somebody who's normal. This does take a bit of time, but if you're not having luck with Facebook, Instagram is the way to go. And so turn around and look up, take half an hour one day to look up Instagram trainings on YouTube and really go through and watch just even one training. If you look on the Boomerang Files page, there's tons of trainings there. So make sure that you go in there and find a training and look through it, because there is a ton to know about just Instagram, okay? It is an awesome way to build your business and find new followers, but you do need to do a bit of a training. And don't freak out that you need to do it all in one day and that it's going to take you 2 or 3 hours. Set aside one day for half an hour for watching that training, and the next day half an hour for implementing it, and the day after half an hour for implementing it again. Set aside an hour on a Saturday for you and your business, and know that those trainings are part of it, but you can't just watch the training, you need to implement it too, okay? So that is your brand. So use that to be able to post from, use that to be able to search hashtags from, and make sure that your invites are not just cold off the cuff, like, hey girl, I got this challenge pack to sell you. They're not sure what it is. They hear the word challenge, they freak out. Have a conversation with people. Just get into their inbox. A lot of the times too, if somebody's talking on their openly talking on their social media about struggling, whether it's weight, nutrition, workouts, I don't necessarily comment underneath their post and say, oh, hey girl, I got something that works for you, message me. No, because they're not going to. They're going to be like, this chick's trying to sell me something. I add them as a friend if they're not already a friend. And if they are a friend, then I just go into their inbox and I message them and I say, hey girl, I know exactly where you're coming from. I feel your pain. I have been there. I struggled myself with this, that, or the next thing. And I would love to be able to help you get out of your funk and build a healthy, happy attitude, or wherever they're going for. And then ask them a question. Where do you struggle the most? Nutrition, fitness, health and wellness, confidence. Or you can say, what are some of the goals that you're trying to look for? Are you training for a marathon? Are you trying to do different things? Find out what they need before you invite them to what you have. Okay, so that's the key point. Find out to what they need before you invite them. The second part of inviting is you need to have something to invite to, right? You can't just say, join my group. They're going to be like, what group? What are you talking about? So there's a few things that you want to do with that. 1, you want to have a start date. 2, you want to have what you're inviting to. And 3, you want to have how many spots are available, because you definitely want to build some curiosity around it. Remember, those spots can be flexible. You can say that there's 5 spots now and that you reopen 3 spots when really our spots are a bit unlimited. For me, myself, I've always ran a continuous challenge group now. That hasn't always been the way. And people are starting to get used to me now having some applications every single month. So that is how I run it. But girls, if you want to run your own challenge group like Brittany has been crushing it these last few months, go ahead and do it. I support you. I am with you. If you are in the Positivity Project with me, then I would love to have you apprentice posting. Carol and my mom have done amazing jobs, and I really appreciate it at stepping up and practicing. And when you're all are ready to jump and fly and start your own challenge group because you have enough people, and granted, you don't need a lot of people, like I'm talking 4 or 5 people, that is it. You can do it through Facebook, you can do it through my challenge tracker, or whatever you like. I am here to support you through that. That gives you something to invite to, which is awesome. So make sure that you say, we have an online accountability and motivation group. I tend to steer away from challenge group because people get intimidated by the challenge. Saying that, a lot of people love to be a part of a challenge. So either way, whatever works for you, your audience, and your brand, you do it, okay? And I'm here to support you throughout the way. If you're using my challenge tracker and you've been a coach in my group, then you know that you have access to the archived posts, and feel free to use them, as well as my groups are your groups. Boomerang's groups are your groups, as long as you're showing up and supporting them. So feel free to advertise to these things if you so choose to use them. My groups are your groups, okay? So that is a bit about inviting. Also, I guess my last part is that you guys, there's two more parts, I guess, when it comes to inviting, because it is the most important part, okay, is be authentic and think of why you got started. If you haven't watched that call from Boomerang recently, go back and watch it. Think about your why and be proud of what you're inviting. If somebody says no, it's not a no to what you have. It's a not right now because they're not quite ready. And that brings me into the second part, which is track it. If you really want to have advancement and build this business, you need to be tracking, whether that's an online source, pen and paper. Just write the name down of the conversation and write when you're going to follow up. My follow-up list is my most important part of my business because it's really where I've connected with people. And like I said before, many people have multiple days or months before they actually join. So tracking a list of conversations and follow-ups is so important. So make sure that you're doing it. And make sure you're talking from your heart and being authentic. Why do you love this? You don't love it because it's Beachbody. You love it because it's quick and it's easy and it's effective and there's multiple programs and you're not just going, you're not getting bored. You're not just going for a run on the treadmill. There's lots of things to do and that it creates results. Like, look at my shoulders. They're actually getting defined again. It's freaking awesome. The results are there. Another part of the 4 vital behaviors is recognize. On your page, in your group, celebrate small and large victories. That includes our homepage for coach shoutouts. If you're adding new coaches, discount or not. If you're adding new challengers, invite them into the Positivity Project and then introduce them. Recognize your fellow coaches. Recognize your challengers on your social media with their permission. If they're sending you progress photos and they're allowing you to use them, use them. Celebrate small successes. Are you a coach that's hit Emerald? Then we want to know because we want to celebrate your advancements. And Jackie, by the way, 1 discount coach and you are an Emerald Beachbody coach, which is amazing. And there are lots and lots of perks that come with that. So you, girl, need to be adding your spouse. That's a whole nother call and we can talk about it so that you can jump to Emerald and start to reap the benefits. So girl, you keep doing what you're doing because I'm super proud of you. The last part of the 4 vital behaviors is the most important part, which is personal development. You need to strengthen your mind before you strengthen your body. That is just the way it works. Your mind will only achieve, or your body will only achieve what your mind believes. You need to build confidence. You are going to get objections. Some people are going to totally ghost you. Some people are going to be harsh. And some people are going to give you a polite, not right now, I'm fine, which is totally okay, all of them. And just think with every objection you get, it builds your confidence in this company. It allows you to research why they maybe like Isagenix instead of Shakeology, or maybe the objection to why the being locked into a gym membership is where they're at right now. Well, you can also talk to them about using the our membership cheaper than Netflix at the gym while they're waiting out their lock-in for the membership. If it's money, you can talk about how you save money with meal planning. Objections are there. The Boomerang page has a whole list of how to combat objections. And if you guys are having them and you're not sure what to say back, then please send me a screenshot of what the objection is and we can talk about it. And then you can go back to them in your own words with a positive response. Never leave them feeling negative. Always leave them on a positive and never sound desperate. Make sure that you're at a positive place and it's not a problem, girl. I am here for you when you're ready because they will be back. You continue to show up on your social media and they will be back. That is the other part, is show up. You need to show up on your social media every single day. It doesn't have to be a valuable post every single day, but the more value you add, the more people are going to recognize and watch. But it can be as simple as a beach day or a park day, or Brittany posted the other day about her daughter's doctor's appointment. That's normal. That's real life. And that's to show that we're real humans. But you also need to show that you're committed to a life of health and wellness and fitness, without just jumping in and saying, that, oh, I'm all about Beachbody. You want to have some curiosity marketing. that is another part of social media. You don't want to scream, come do Beachbody's new program with Lift 4. I know I started out that way because I did, but now I've learned to just post about week 3, day 3 done of my new workout program. I am in love with this lifting HIIT cardio ab workout that has got me feeling shredded. If you need more information, my inbox is always all open. Let's chat about it. And do not, my ladies, compare my post with your post or my day 250 to your day 2. Okay? Comparison is the thief of joy, and you will get better with practice. But that is what I, as your team lead, and all of us coaches are here for, is to learn from each other. We don't need to reinvent the wheel, right? We're here to learn from each other and to use each other as support and balance. So if you guys are having questions, if you're dealing with some gnarly, sorry, I don't know if kids are around. I'll try not to swear. If you're dealing with some shit, then reach out. We are here to help, okay? Let me see. Where else are we? I talked about that. One of the big objections is priorities. You know, where are your priorities? Do you want to live your life tired and sad and depressed? Or do you want to set your priorities on yourself so you can better care for you and then you can better care for your family? Oh, I really rambled. And so I've talked about most of it, which is awesome. And I'm loving this. So, I have a big thing here about curiosity marketing, you guys, and it is so, so true. Talk about your handsome trainer that you get to work with every single day. That'll get people wondering. Talk about your nutrient-dense vegan shake that you love. Don't just call it Shakeology, because again, people think they know because Joe Blow down the street had one negative comment about it, and he knows all he knows about Shakeology, which we know is not true. Educate yourself and reach out for support. That is the big be all end all on the bottom of my page. We are all here for each other, and I'm loving our coaching tribe. I'm appreciating your guys' balance and finding, allowing me to have some flexibility with this. I cannot wait to see your beautiful faces because I truly do miss you guys. But when I'm invited out for patio for drinks, I just gotta say yes right now. It's just too nice, and this shift worker needs that time. And I'm headed on holidays next week, so I wanted to make sure that I at least put this video out here so that you guys would have some resources. Let me know in the comments below if you guys want to touch base next week before I go, because I'm totally available to do that. But for now, I really hope that this video has helped, that you've learned a lot from it. And again, I'm an open book and willing to help. I love you all. Thank you, thank you, thank you for being a part of Evolve Wellness, for being a part of our team. I could not do this without you guys, and I truly, truly appreciate each and every one of you. You are my tribe, and I love you guys. So I hope this video helped, and we will talk to you soon.